Welcome to Tutorial 2 on EBSCO database searching. This one covers Boolean searching. Boolean searching is a way you can combine words or search terms to search a database more precisely. This is a simple graphic representation of each of the three basic types of Boolean searches. The red circles represent articles about butterflies, while the green circles represent articles about moths. You see, they overlap. This is where you get articles that mention both. When you're searching in Boolean and you use the word "and" to link the words butterflies and moths, what you're telling the database to look for is the articles that include both terms. So you're going to get the blue overlap area. "And" is used to narrow your results. "Or" is one of the more confusing terms for many people to grasp, because when we use "or" in conversation, you're getting a choice of two things. Either this or that, right? Well, when you do this in a database, butterflies or moths, you're going to get all the results for both, because what you're telling the computer to do is to get all the articles mentioning butterflies. So it brings those in, and then it will search and bring in all the articles mentioning moths, because you wanted articles that mentioned butterflies, or you wanted articles that mentioned moths. So it's going to return everything for you. That's the way you expand results. "Not" is pretty self-explanatory. You're excluding a term. If you search for butterflies, not moths, you'll get only the articles that mention butterflies and nothing that mentions moths, not even where they overlap. So let's see what happens when we go back to global warming. If you watched the first tutorial, you might remember that we came up with over 55,000 results. That's a lot to sort through. The first way I can narrow down my choices is by being more specific with my subject. Global warming covers a lot of territory. In fact, geographically, it covers the entire world. So let's say we're only interested in global warming in the United States. Let's just look for articles on global warming and United States, because we want to be specific to the US. It works better for countries if you don't abbreviate, so use United States instead of US. I'm still getting over 12,000 results. Well, just because I've combined two terms doesn't mean I can't combine three. So let's see what the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is up to with global warming. Let's do global warming and United States and EPA. In essence, we're creating a third circle, and we're telling the databases to find where all three overlap. Now we're down to 414 results. But you know, maybe I don't want anything to do with greenhouse gases and the greenhouse effect. There are several articles here that mention them. So let's see if we can remove those from our search. Let's add a "not." Let's do global warming and United States and EPA, not greenhouse. This will remove any mention of the word greenhouse. And as you can see, we have no results showing up with greenhouse mentioned. There's carbon dioxide here and there, but nothing with the greenhouse, not as a term. So we have removed all the articles that focus on the greenhouse gases and effects. "Or" is seldom used, but just to show you a search in action, let's use heart attack or cardiac arrest. Normally, I'd switch databases to exclude green file, since that's an environmental database, and I would add medical databases like Medline or HealthSource, but I should still find results through Academic Search Premier. And as you can see, I get plenty of results mentioning either cardiac arrest or heart attack. You can see how combining search terms can help narrow your results while increasing relevancy and precision to your topic. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and for more on narrowing your results, check out the Module 3 limiters.